Greetings, everyone. Your boy Marvin IV here with Great American Survival, and in this week's episode, we're giving you 3 new kayak hacks using pool noodles from the dollar store. Now, these are the bigger ones. These are the $3 ones. But guys, these things will help you keep things that are of value to you from going under. Stick with us. I'll tell you all about it. This video is intended for all ages. Number 1, if you're anything like us and you fish out of your kayak or like to videotape your kayak, there's going to be a few things you want to make sure you attach a float to so they don't go under. First is our GoPro. Now, our cameras are expensive, whether you've got something as bare bones basic as a waterproof GoPro 5, or if you're going to go all out and you're going with a GoPro 8, 9, or anything else they come up with by then, we want to make sure they don't go anywhere. So number 1 hack is a float for our GoPro. Let's go. So as we get started, you're going to need a pool noodle, whether it's the bigger one, the $3 one, or the $1 one, like these right here. They both have their purpose. We're going to show you a trick for each of these, and all you're going to need is a pool noodle. In our case, we're using our handy dandy Ginsu knife. Works great for this. We're going to be attaching things using either zip ties or electrical tape. These are both packs. This is a pack got at the dollar store for $1. This is from the Dollar Tree for $1 also. Then we're going to need a knife of some sort. In this case, I always have a Swiss Army knife in my pocket, and that's all we're going to need. Now for this hack, we're going to be using something to make our GoPro float. Now what I'm going to do is use a section of this pool noodle I've already cut down, and it depends on the length of your extension. Like in this case, it's only that long. I've cut one of these pieces of pool noodle down, and then I slit it from one end to the other, making it where I can wrap it around this. Now I'm going to take a couple of my zip ties. I'm going to wrap them around it, tighten them down, and the reason why I want to do that is I want to make sure that the noodle stays on the extension, and I also want to be able to still get to the extension and use it for its purpose. The zip ties are non-permanent. You just cut them, break them off, reuse them. When the noodle breaks down and gets old, cut it off, put a new one on it. That simple. So as you see, that's the final result. Works really well, and all we want to do is make sure that when it goes overboard, it doesn't go away. That's what we want. On to the next one. Number 2, if you're like us and you fish out of your kayak, that catching your fish, you want to make sure you have a net readily available. And a lot of these nets, if you already have one, they're not going to float. Now, some of them have little attachments so they can stick around your boat. They have leashes, but most of them don't. So we're going to show you number 2 hack, making a float that makes our net float. Okay, so next, this is my Fraybill folding kayak net, and it's just a net that folds up like that. Works really good. There goes my noodles. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a noodle that's going to go each side of this, and then I'm going to zip tie them to it, making it where it still functions as a folding net, keeps it very lightweight, and it also keeps my net where if I lose my net while I'm trying to land a fish, it's right there. I'm going to get started. I'm going to cut up these noodles, and I'll show you what I did. After that's done, this is what you're going to have. It's going to look just like this. And what this is going to allow us to do is we're going to take our net, we're going to wrap it around our net like so, like that. We're going to take it, do the other side the same way. Now this will allow you to, if you're going to be running a camera, you could actually install a GoPro camera on your net and catch landing your fish a little easier. Very cool. So just like that, that is the final product. As you see, I installed a magnet years ago. That makes it where I can attach it to the front of my boat. I have a little plate up there. But just like that, it still folds and functions just like that. Nice and small, still makes it where I can store it in my hatch. That's awesome. On to number 3. Our number 3 hack is going to be sharing with you more and more of these new kayaks are all coming with chairs. Now, most of these chairs do not have attachment points, and a lot of us, honestly, we take our chairs out, we sit on the beach, we're gonna enjoy that, we're gonna hang out with our friends and family, and we're gonna be able to chill with our chair and we don't always remember to tie it down or attach it to the kayak. So the number 3 hack is making our chairs float. So if you buy a kayak and it's got a really nice chair in it, the bad part about it is a lot of them, they're not really secured. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut some sections of noodle, we're gonna attach them across the lower front here. This is for my new Sun Dolphin. And I wanna make sure that I don't lose my chair. Some of these chairs cost as much as the kayaks. You get into the, like my Lifetime Teton, it's at $150 for the kayak, for the chair, and I only paid $300 for the kayak. So a little bit of insurance keeps our boat, our seat from going anywhere, and this is gonna be awesome. So for this one, I'm using the bigger pool noodle. This chair is not lightweight, but it is aluminum framed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut down 2 sections that fit right here, and all I'm gonna do is cut them down like so. And I believe both of them should be the same size. The one in the front should be the same as the one in the rear, and they are. So I'm gonna cut down the second one just like it. It doesn't have to be anything, you know, specific, guys. It doesn't have to be precise. It's pool noodle. And then we're gonna cut them just like we did the other things. We're gonna cut them in lengthwise, and we're gonna slide it in between these straps. So I've loosened my straps to where I can get these pool noodles in there. And what that's gonna make it where when I put these in there, there's gonna be a little bit, it's gonna take up a little bit of that cushion, and it's also gonna just, it's gonna make where if they go over, this chair isn't going under. Well, there you go. That's the way it's going to work. This, instead of what what I tested, I found out I only needed one of these on there. One was enough to keep the seat from floating afloat. So what I've done is I've only installed one. But this is the bigger noodle. This is what usually are $5, but they're $3 at the thing. You know, they're, I don't know, they're big. But this works perfect. I'm so excited. This is going to make it where my seat's not going to go under if it falls in the water. And it took a $3 modification, which I have plenty of noodle around for other mods in the future. But guys, this is awesome. Thank you so much. We got one more. So last but not least, this is a bonus hack. This is a Rogue Fishing. I just did a video on this from Rogue Fishing, and this is a stand assist drag strap. What this does is allows you to stand from the front of your boat one-handed. Now I'll put a link to this vote. It's it'll be our DIY playlist. I'll put that at the very end of this video. But what this is going to allow is if you flip your boat, you're going to be able to find this. And I use these as a foot stirrup to get back into my boat. They're very impressive, very important to have, and they could definitely save your life. So what I'm going to do is I've cut a section of 6 of 8 inch of the small noodle, and I'm going to feed this through there. And when I do, it's going to make it where my handle is going to float when it goes under. So just like that, that's the results. This allows you to, if you flip, it's going to be standing there. It also kind of adds just a little bit of padding so it's not just banging around on your boat. Very cool. Bonus hack. Thank you guys so much for sticking by. Well, that's it. Those are our hacks for today. We hope they all come in really handy for you. And remember, these are just suggestions. If you have a different boat and it's got something different, or if you just want to try something different, guys, get creative. Now, if you come up with one and you want to share it with us, guys, shoot us an email, shoot us a suggestion, comment down below. We'd love to hear from you guys. We just hit our 4,000 subscriber mark, and we couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you so much for being part of this community. Thank you for coming by today. And guys, if you're out and about on the water, make sure you put on your life jackets. I don't want those days on the water to end in tragedy. Thank you again for coming by. Hope you guys take time this week to get out there. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy nature. Be prepared and stay safe. God bless, guys. We'll see you soon. Back up. That's funny, dude.